Welcome everyone. Today we dive into the tranquil waters of Buddhism, exploring the five strengths, or bala, a fundamental concept in this profound philosophy. These strengths, inherently ingrained in the teachings of Buddhism, serve as stepping stones on the path to spiritual enlightenment and inner peace. The five strengths are faith, energy, mindfulness, concentration, and wisdom. Each strength holds its own unique role and significance in the journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth. They are not merely abstract concepts, but practical tools that can bring balance, harmony, and clarity to one's life. Understanding and cultivating these strengths can aid us in navigating life's highs and lows, fostering resilience and nurturing a deep sense of contentment. The five strengths are not just about personal growth, they also inspire us to contribute positively to the world around us. So sit back, relax, and journey with us as we delve into the five strengths in Buddhism. Our exploration begins with the first strength, faith, or saddha in Pali. In the context of Buddhism, faith is not about blind belief, but rather a keen understanding and confidence in the teachings. It's about having trust and a sense of devotion that is rooted in comprehension and experience, not in mere acceptance without investigation. Buddhism encourages us to question, to explore, and to seek truth for ourselves. It is through this journey of self-discovery and understanding that faith is born. It's not a passive acceptance, but an active engagement with the teachings that helps us cultivate faith. In Buddhism, faith is not only directed towards a divine entity, but it is also placed in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. The Buddha, as the enlightened one, represents the possibility of human transformation. The Dharma, or the teachings of the Buddha, are the path to that transformation. And the Sangha, the community of practitioners, is the supportive environment that facilitates our journey along this path. Faith in the Buddha inspires us to emulate his qualities, to strive for wisdom, compassion, and enlightenment just as he did. Faith in the Dharma motivates us to apply the teachings in our daily lives, to practice mindfulness, ethical conduct, and meditation. And faith in the Sangha reminds us that we are not alone in this journey, that we are part of a community of practitioners who share our aspirations and struggles. But the journey of faith is not a smooth one. It is filled with doubts and uncertainties. Yet it is through engaging with these doubts, through questioning and seeking, that our faith becomes stronger, more resilient. It's like a muscle that grows stronger with exercise. The more we engage with our doubts, the more our faith grows. Faith, then, is not a static quality but a dynamic process. It's a journey of understanding, of questioning, of seeking, and of growing. It's a journey that takes us deeper into the heart of Buddhism, into the heart of our own potential for wisdom and compassion. Faith then forms the bedrock upon which the rest of the Buddhist path is built. Moving forward, we encounter the second strength, energy, or virya. This strength is not merely about physical vitality or stamina, but it refers to a spiritual energy, an inner vigor that fuels our journey on the path of enlightenment. Picture, if you will, a spark. This spark symbolizes the initial inspiration or motivation that pushes us towards spiritual growth, yet without something to keep it alive, this spark can quickly fizzle out. Here is where the strength of energy comes in. It's like the oxygen that keeps the spark ablaze, transforming it into a steady, resilient flame. In the context of Buddhism, energy is the driving force behind all spiritual progress. It is the vigor that fuels our determination to cultivate wholesome mental states and abandon unwholesome ones. It's the force that powers our commitment to the teachings of the Buddha, inspiring us to stay the course, even when the path gets steep or the journey becomes arduous. Now let's delve a little deeper into the role of energy. It's not a blind force. It's not about rushing headlong into actions without consideration. Instead, it's a balanced strength. It's about directing our energy wisely, using it to maintain a steady pace on our spiritual journey. It's about understanding when to push forward, when to pause for reflection, and when to rest and rejuvenate. Energy, in Buddhism, is also closely linked with the other strengths. It works hand in hand with faith, mindfulness, concentration, and wisdom, creating a synergy that propels us forward on the path of enlightenment. For instance, it's the energy that powers our mindfulness, keeping us anchored in the present moment. It's the vigor that fuels our concentration, helping us cultivate a deep, unwavering focus. Each of us has this strength of energy within us. It's not something external that we need to acquire. It's an innate power that we can tap into, cultivate and harness to fuel our spiritual growth. Thus, energy propels us along the path towards liberation. Next, we come to the third and fourth strengths, mindfulness and concentration, or sati and samadhi. Picture a quiet pond, its surface still and unbroken. This peaceful image serves as a metaphor for the mind in a state of mindfulness. Mindfulness is about being here in the present moment, fully aware and engaged. It's not about trying to empty the mind or achieve some sort of mystical state. Rather, it's about observing what is happening right here and now without judgment or reaction. It's about noticing the breath, the sensations in the body, the thoughts and emotions that arise. In doing so, we become more aware of our habits and patterns, our reactions and responses, and we can begin to make more conscious choices in our lives. Now, imagine focusing your attention on a single leaf floating on the surface of that pond. This is akin to the practice of concentration, or samadhi. Concentration is about narrowing the focus of the mind to a single point, whether it's the breath, a mantra, or some other object of meditation. As we cultivate concentration, we develop the ability to hold our mind steady, like a laser beam, cutting through the fog of distractions and disturbances. The beauty of concentration is that it can lead to a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. As we focus our mind, we begin to see things more clearly. We see the impermanence of all things, the interconnectedness of life, the nature of suffering, and the path to its cessation. This understanding can lead to a profound sense of peace and freedom. Yet mindfulness and concentration are not separate practices. They are two sides of the same coin, mutually supporting each other. Mindfulness sharpens the mind, making it more attuned to the present moment, while concentration deepens our awareness, allowing us to penetrate into the nature of reality. Mindfulness and concentration, then, guide us in our journey inward, towards greater self-understanding. Finally, we reach the pinnacle of the five strengths, wisdom or panna. As we journey through the path of Buddhism, this fifth strength is our guiding light, illuminating our understanding of the world and our place within it. Wisdom in Buddhism isn't about accumulating facts or mastering trivia. It's not about being the smartest person in the room or having all the answers. No, wisdom in Buddhism is about discerning awareness. It's about seeing things as they truly are, not as we wish them to be or fear they might be. It's about peeling back the layers of illusion that shroud the truth. Imagine a murky pond. On the surface, all we see is the murkiness, the muck, the confusion. But when we dive beneath the surface, we discover a world teeming with life, clarity, and truth. That's what wisdom is. It's the courage to dive beneath the surface of our lives, beneath the surface of our thoughts, beliefs, fears, and desires, to discover the truth. This discerning awareness isn't easy. It requires us to confront our own biases, our own misconceptions, our own ignorance. It requires us to be brutally honest with ourselves. But it's this honesty, this willingness to see things as they are, that leads us to liberation, to Nibbana. Nibbana, or liberation, is the ultimate goal of Buddhism. It's the state of being free from suffering, free from delusion, free from the endless cycle of birth and death. It's the state of being fully awake, fully aware, fully alive. It's the state of being in harmony with the universe, with all beings, with the truth. This is what wisdom leads us to. It's the lantern that lights our path, the compass that guides our steps, the key that unlocks the door to liberation. Without wisdom, we're like a ship adrift at sea, tossed about by the waves of ignorance and delusion. But with wisdom, we're like a ship with a skilled captain and a reliable compass, navigating the seas of life with confidence and grace. Wisdom, therefore, is the key that unlocks the door to liberation. And so we have journeyed through the five strengths in Buddhism. We've explored faith, the bedrock of our journey, fostering trust in the teachings and the path. We've examined energy, the driving force that propels us forward, sparking motivation and determination. We've delved into mindfulness and concentration, twin pillars that ground us in the present and focus our minds, enhancing our awareness and clarity. And finally, we've reflected on wisdom, the culmination of the strengths, illuminating the path to enlightenment. These five strengths, faith, energy, mindfulness, concentration, and wisdom, are not just isolated concepts. They interweave, creating a tapestry of enlightened living. Cultivating these strengths in our lives can lead to a more balanced and harmonious existence, guiding us towards liberation from suffering. Remember, the journey towards inner peace is a continuous one, and these 5 strengths are your companions along the path. Thank you for joining us on this journey. May the 5 strengths guide you on your path towards inner peace and liberation.